家好，我是马蒂斯思，古典乐不难懂，听我讲就对了。今天这一期呢，又是大家非常喜欢的音乐家的采访。这期呢，我请到了刚刚在57届帕格尼尼国际小提琴比赛上获得金奖的华裔选手 Simon 朱西蒙。I think in the violinist field, the Paganini international competition is one of the most important competition all over the world. And how do you prepare for such competitions like Paganini Premier, Paganini?
Well, it's a quite long of a process. I think I decided 10 months before the competition.
10 months.
10 months. For
preparing or just decide to attend?
Well, decide, and then I talk with my teachers about the program and everything, and then start practicing. Well, the most important thing is still to practice.
Of course.
It was a big program, four rounds basically, and every round was quite long, so a lot to practice. And of course, I had a lot of respect before this competition because a lot of important violinists have won it, including Ning Feng.
Of course.
And
excuse me, could you just introduce us a little bit about how proceed the competition?
yes,
How many rounds and
what I was playing.
Yes, exactly.
So it started with a pre-selection round, and usually pre-selections are video pre-selections, right? But the Premio Paganini did a live pre-selection.
Oh.
So they went on 5 continents, like New York, Prague, Italy, Guangzhou,
Guangzhou in China.
Guangzhou
yes.
in China, Tokyo, and Buenos Aires in Argentina. But they didn't go to South America because there were no competitors from there.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. And they did a live pre-selection, and there you needed to play 2 Paganini caprices and the first movement of a Mozart violin concerto.
Yes, it's the same Mozart violin concerto as you did.
Yes.
Yes.
But the Paganini caprices couldn't be the same as the ones that you will be playing in the competition. And after you get chosen as one of the 30 competitors, the first round starts, and there you need to prepare 6 Paganini caprices.
So it should not be the same.
It should be not. So it should be not be the same. So at the end, you prepared 8 Paganini caprices out of the 24, which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work.
Luckily, you have 24 for choosing.
Yes. You needed to play a whole Bach sonata or partita, solo sonata or partita, then 6 Paganini caprices, and a modern commission piece.
Okay.
By a modern composer. When I went on stage, the jury then asked me, they draw 3 Paganini caprices.
Among the 8.
Out of the 6, like you played 2 in the pre-selection, and then there were 6 in the first round. And then they draw out of a bag. They drew like 3 Paganini caprices, and then they told you which one to play. But it was no time before. You go on stage,
and you play immediately.
And then they tell you, and then you start playing. Yes. Then after the first round, 12 competitors were left. We needed to play one sonata of the 20th century.
Okay.
So it was.
Which one did you choose?
I played Leos Janacek sonata. Janacek. But some people played Prokofiev, even Ravel sonata.
Ravel.
Because it's also in the very beginning of the 20th century.
Yes.
And a lot of different sonatas were played.
Yeah.
And then one sonata after Baroque, so everything. You could play everything from Mozart until very modern times.
Yes.
So in my case, I played Beethoven's Third Sonata.
Okay, the third of the Beethoven
Sonata. Then one virtuoso piece, free of choice. I played the Wieniawski Variations on an original theme, and one Paganini piece, a virtuoso piece, which is I played I Palpiti.
Okay.
But you could also play God Save the King.
No, very virtuoso.
Nel Corpio non mi sento.
Yes, same.
Moses and L'Astrée.
Okay, it should be one of the Paganini's composition.
Yes, one of the 5.
One of the
5, yes. Then after that round, 6 competitors were left. We all played a Mozart concerto. Without conductor, we needed to conduct this concerto. And then at the end, 3 were left, and we played one concerto of Paganini and one big violin concerto. I played Brahms' violin concerto.
Yeah.
So that's how the competition. It was actually not much time in between. So for example, Mozart, the next day rehearsal, next day the other 2 violin concertos. So it was a lot during that time.
So how do you prepare all these programs? Is there an order you think maybe it's better or something like that? Or some tips?
Well, I did It was also actually an advice from Ning Fang that I actually very much value. He told me, you don't want to play everything new, but you don't want to play everything
You have already
played. So I did a mix of program that I knew, but also a lot of new stuff, like Brahms concerto I've never played with orchestra.
Yes,
ever.
I think so. This is the first tip that you cannot play an extremely new program
I mean,
before.
of course you can, but it's very risky because. But at the same time, you want to always learn new stuff, right?
You do have
if
the time.
Yeah, if you play for 2 years the same program, at some point you don't learn enough repertoire to make a career. You need to learn a lot of repertoire too.
Of course. So the first tips, you have to mix a little bit. You have already played and learn something new.
Yes, exactly.
And then.
Then, well, I started thinking about which piece I need to prepare first. Which one have I not played? Which one is really hard? I need to rehearse this with my pianist, for example, or and it was just a lot of practice, a lot of opinions. Obviously, Ning Fang heard nearly all of my program once at least. Of course, I worked more with my teacher in Munich because I see her every week, and we prepared it here. But then always it's valuable advice because he also has the view of a soloist looking at it. That's also very important. How you just look on stage, what you can do with an orchestra and all.
How you connect it with the jury.
Exactly.
Audience.
That he is amazing at because he obviously has the experience. So that's
I think
very
this advice is extremely valuable as a soloist and also as a teacher.
Yes, very much.
Okay, I think the next topic is a little bit cruel for you to look back. I noticed you made a little bit blunder when you played on stage. I think it's the fifth Mozart concerto. But immediately you reassembled the music. How it comes and how could we? But as a soloist, we play on stage. We cannot avoid mistake. Everyone makes mistake. But how can you overcome it? Could you tell me about your?
Yes. So of course it was a very, very scary moment.
Of course, for everyone.
It rarely ever happened to me that I made actually like a blunder like this, that I just kind of forgot like half a bar. Not forgot, but in a moment it just happened, and I still don't know why it happened because it never happened on that place. But
we never know, and we don't want to know.
Exactly, but well, I mean, you still practice it so much, and you keep your head in the music and everything. So honestly, I was thinking more about the blunder after my performance than actually in the performance. In the performance, I was like, well,
the business should continue.
It's scary, but I just gonna continue because I still enjoy it, and it's all about the enjoyment and the love of music. Because everyone makes mistakes. We're not machines, and it's good that we're not machines.
We should not play as a machine.
Exactly, and it's good that we're not machines. It's not just about hitting every note. It's really about like what kind of message you want to give to the audience and to the music lovers. So after that, I was just. The music must go on. And,
when I looked at in the live stream, I think I was as nervous as you. But when I heard ding da da ding, the theme returns, I think, okay, the real Simon Chu is come back.
Yes. I mean, it was in the moment. I was just not thinking about this anymore. I just wanted to continue with the music and enjoy it. Yes.
So I think first we should not scary about the mistake we made on stream because it comes all the time. Otherwise, you cannot play on stage. but you should not think it immediately how it comes during when you're playing.
I agree very much. Like, I think mistakes are bound to happen, and you should always try to correct these mistakes, but not during the performance. Like, it cannot mess up your head and your concentration. Of course, after the performance, you can be angry about the mistake, and you should be, because you want to be we are all perfectionists as music.
Of course, you
so
should
we want to try to be as precise as possible while being very emotional and musically. But during the performance, it's really just, it happened, go
leave
on,
it, leave it, and
yes.
go on.
Yes.
Okay.